Hello, we're back. We're on the second segment, and as I said before we took off, who is going to lead us? Who is going to say which way are we going to go? Should we succeed with the one commonality we all seem to want, which is for the president to step down and his cabinet and whatnot, who will lead us? The Binay group? Meron sumasabi yes, may sumasabing no. Sino? Maraming ibang grupo. Ladies and gentlemen, the topic tonight is the transition government. Now, to help explain that, we've got Attorney Jose Malvar Villegas with us, and we've got Ting San Diego of the Madigan's Dynasty. Gentlemen, paano nyo po natin i-explika itong transition government? Paano kaya yan? Ano ibig sabihin yan? How will that work? Who would like to explain?
Unang-una, transition ang tawag namin sa sarili. Hindi transformation.
Transition.
That's a big gap between these two groups who want a change. Both of us wants to have a change. So I would like to ask Joe. Ikaw muna, Joe, yung...
paano natin...
Well, when we sign a coalition on this score, we call it a transition or a caretaker government, only up to 2016, the elections.
Let's assume it happens tomorrow. We have 13 months. Ganon, parang
13
ganon.
months.
So may timetable yan.
But
if it happens in 6 months, so 7 months to go na lang. Parang ganon.
But because we saw in the visit of Pope Francis the love and trust of the Filipino people on the religious leadership, we felt that you need religious leadership to be a caretaker. So we recommended Cardinal Vidal, Archbishop Arguelles, and Archbishop of Davao.
Davao. Hindi kasama si Cardinal Tagle.
No.
Tatlo lang.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao.
And then, of course,
representative of the...
and of course, the interfaith, which means the Muslim imam, in the advisory council, and the born again,
Christians.
the Christians. This is going to be an advisory
So
council.
INC, pwedeng Brother Mike, Brother Eddie, pwede yan.
They will manage the election to make sure that cheating will be out. But we are not going to get everybody to get out of their position, just like the transformation. They want
So i-maintain mo yung kabinete, hindi?
Well, they will have to appoint a caretaker cabinet and caretaker COMELEC.
The current cabinet, hindi pwede?
Hindi pwede because they will serve their old master.
The president.
So we organized the longest motorcade last 22. And
222.15 yan, di ba? 222.15.
The CCW and the MAD organized the longest motorcade.
Yes, we saw it on TV.
From Makati, Manila, Tondo, Navotas, Malabon, Caloocan.
Umikot nga kayo
But then, we didn't know that the police escorts that we have, because I asked for police escort for purposes of traffic, was already monitoring Krame, that we were coming, thinking that we were a big army. Just like the Spanish experience, when the Arabs,
ano nangyari doon?
when the Arabs saw El Cid, they all ran away. Remember? But El Cid was already dead.
Hindi nila alam
But we were just exercising our right to celebrate EDSA and to organize the CCW MAD. So I noticed that our police escort was already, calling Krame. That we are about how many thousands were we?
The press said about 1,000.
About 1,000 vehicles.
Okay.
Including...
Vehicles, ha?
Yes.
Sige,
including about 300 motorcycles.
Yeah, I saw that.
So when they saw that, they thought that they saw the Rommel armor invasion. So in 5 minutes, they filled the entire shrine with policemen and the military. When we arrived there...
They barred you from it.
They barred us from it. So there is now a satire in the Manila Times that says, all we did was to say boo, and they all scampered, and now it has become worse.
Yes.
It has spread to Mindiola, or otherwise a harmless motorcade has now become a nightmare for this, thanks to CCW and MUD. According to that's not according to us, according to the Manila Times.
How would you propose? Okay, so your representation would be the three bishops that represent
Caretaker.
Luzon, caretaker.
Yeah.
Silang tatlo, well, the prelates, di ba? Tatlo yan. Okay. Then, the
Then
interfaith group, the interfaith representative, no matter how many. Academe, hindi kayo magpapasok dyan.
Well, the academe will now come as caretaker assistants.
Parang resource group yan, resource person.
Yeah.
But who will choose who these people are? Who will put names into these positions?
The council, the council.
This council,
This council.
will be the ones to dictate.
To put people from the academe, from the youth sector.
So transition
from-
leaders will be placed in different positions.
who are not politicians, according to...
No politician.
Hindi
King.
pwedeng
Wala,
hindi
oh.
pwedeng
Hindi.
dynasty.
Hindi
Hindi
pwede.
pwedeng
Hindi pwede.
hindi pwedeng
Pure,
soiled
pure,
with
Hindi
so,
pwedeng trapo. They are
So,
just plain
hindi
citizen.
pwede.
We-
You know,
oh.
this happened in...
pero kaya nyo kaya paano kung competence ang problema, malagay mo dyan.
Well,
Another Tolentino doesn't do anything about traffic, but who wants to be a movie star? Di ba?
No, these people are competent. Some are knowledgeable in...
So it is assumed the transition government will be able to identify correct leaders.
Yes, those who
Oh,
are
yeah.
experts on
But
elections.
still transition.
Yeah, and in the
Caretaker,
meantime,
caretaker.
and in the meantime, political parties can still do the thing, preparing for the,
The elections.
2016 elections. As a matter of fact, we have asked everybody who joined us to submit the names of the possible persons or personalities who they think would be the best to sit in the transition council. So we had names like Justice Renato Puno, we had names like the president of the UP, the president of the AIM, and so on and so forth. Some from the medical, some from the legal. So that was the whole concept of the transition. Then
Who will appoint the transition? Themselves.
the council.
A collegiate,
Yeah,
a collegiate,
A collegiate body.
body.
So it'll start with small and then it can grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like in the COMELEC, Attorney Makalintal.
Because,
Yes.
Who is against the current COMELEC,
Yes,
actually.
yes.
It's his
Ronnie
name, yeah.
Makalintal.
And Lagman, who has
And gas.
exposed the computerization. of,
Because that's
COMELEC.
the main problem of all of these groups, how they're going to conduct the transition or the transformation. That is the problem. How are they going to do it? At least this is our idea, our idea of a transition council, transition government.
Now, you've already formed this. It's obvious. You've already put thought into it. How are you going to sell it to all these groups na galit na kay Noy Noy? I mean, naglalabasan na sa kalye. Alam niyo naman, mga UP, mga estudyante, alam mo, mataas ang pagka-left or extreme right isms nila, di ba? Now, then you have the group of Peping Kuhangko, di ba? That group. Then you've got, ang daming grupo lumalabas sa kalye. How do you intend to sell to them the Transition Council? For example, Norberto Gonzales, transformation naman sila. Di ba? How, kasi if we don't unify, correct me if I'm wrong, should I be wrong, if we don't unify soon enough, ang mananalo dito is the Yellow Army. Correct me if I'm wrong. Again.
Yeah, well, yung transformation, we were originally part of that.
Sabi mo nga eh. Umatras ka doon eh.
Istorya, umatras kami, umatras si Tony.
Miski
Hindi
si
naman kami
Chit Pedrosa,
nag-uusap.
umatras eh, no?
Chit Pedrosa.
Bayan ko, Mutras.
Bayan ko,
only
no?
because
Umatras
of
sila eh.
only because of one reason. The characters who are leading this group,
Trapos
Trapos, at saka para bang this is a fight, this is a family affair eh. Yung Cojuangco against Cojuangco, they say that hindi nakakuha yan. They have an axe to grind against Noy Noy.
So, interests.
Oo, ang mga tao, yung Gabriela were thinking of putting up a mass movement also. They have already expressed that. Against dynasty rin sila, no? So, it's very easy to tell these people. Kaya nga nag-fizzle out yung demonstration noong 25th because that was supposed to be the rally of the
Culmination
transformer.
build-up na yun, dapat eh.
Yung mga transformer. Pero walang parang nabasa na ng tao eh. Para bang they want to take the power back. Kita mo, andyan si Kitata, ganon. Yan ang that is the main reason why they have a negative acceptance from the people. Ayaw na ng tao eh. Ayaw na ng tao ng kaya kami, we try to stay away from politicians. Not all politicians, and explain ko yun. Yun lang mga politicians may demanda ng corruption, may demanda rito, may akusasyon na dito, yung mga ganon. Talagang we don't want to have anything to do with them because we can stand on our own. Talaga pure. Kaya nga yung magsasaka, we gelled very well because we were thinking na dapat yung mga ordinaryong tao na hindi na ito mga dynasty who has been ruling this country. That's why we are like this. You see? And we see and we envision that if we are successful in putting down the dynasties, there will be an automatic change which are being clamored by the people. We want change. We want change in the system. But you cannot do that if you have the same people running the government. Alam mo, Larry, we have nothing against the government. We have nothing against the government. The government is just fine. We are just against the people who are running the government. They are the cause.
Kung okay, AFP, PNP, si Purisima lang problema eh. Tsaka si Nepeñas eh.
Diba?
Tsaka kung sino
Yung
nagre-report sa
tao
kanila
eh. Yung mga tao, you see? Kaya nandyan lahat ng skandalo. Ito na pinakatalamak na corruption. You did not mention that in your litany.
No.
That's the biggest, that is the reason why everybody's in the streets. They don't want this anymore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have to take a short break one more time, and when we come back, we'll discuss the issues on exactly how we go about a transition government and how it falls into place. Now, with the commonality that we're all hearing, seeing, and feeling for those who participate already to help and fight against the current conditions, be it for corruption, graft, over-authorization, and what they call this funny new word, misencounters. Tama si Senator Miriam. There is no such word. Gawa-gawa na naman ng Malacanang. When we come back, we will discuss this issue in detail so that you can understand how the Citizens Crime Watch, together with the MAD and the other groups, will go about a solution for our redemption. Babalik po kagad kami.
We hope